So my mom had mentioned that I would take off and go to the neighbor's house and they would offer me cookies and they would put me on their counter, and sometimes I'd leave with a quarter and I would go straight to the grocery store and buy chocolate bars, because they back in those days were 5 cents and a quarter bought me a lot of chocolate bars.
Those days a little kid could go to the store and you knew they were going to come home sooner
Yeah.
when they were ready.
That's true.
Nobody grabbed them off the street.
Not like they do in this.
Not like today, no.
So anyway, with this, it just dawned on me, and I'll be 53 this year, that I had been doing intuitive readings since I was little. Like, I don't know. When do you think I was leaving the house? About 3,
As
4?
soon as you could walk, as soon as you could reach the doorknob.
I remember looking at that doorknob.
I
going,
would be on the phone and you see the doorknob, and the next thing I knew you were gone, and I'd say, Marion, I gotta hang up. I gotta go. And she would keep talking, but I really did have to go because I didn't know which direction. Sometimes you went to Elaine, sometimes you went to Mary's, and sometimes you went to the grocery store.
because I was spending my 25 cents. I was a free spirit back then. But I left a lot because I like to be connected to people. I was the only girl in the family, and my brothers were older than me. So connecting to people, even in a young age, was important to me. I have to say that when I was a little one, I used to look at we had a record player, and I loved that thing. And we had a record with Little Drummer Boy, and there was that star on that album. And I remember sitting behind my chair, or a chair in the living room, and just staring at that star. And little did I know that that star was the Christ light. But it drew my attention because I had memory of that star, besides the Little Drummer Boy. Then ultimately, Peter Pan and Tinkerbell became my favorites.
So, you had a word for Walt Disney, too. The prince carrying you off. Oh, what a bunch of... You know what? Remember that? You wouldn't buy into it. All the princess wanted was for that prince to put her on his horse, and they would ride off into happiness and prosperity and live together ever after.
And it's still not a true story because it doesn't exist.
I think that would have shocked Walt.
For all you women who are still waiting for that prince, it doesn't exist. If you can get past that it doesn't exist. This isn't about bursting your bubble. It's about getting to the truth. What you work on is inside of you. And then you reflect that and you might attract that. I say might because there's a lot of people who aren't doing their work. And I mean their inner work. Anyway, tell them what it was like to have a baby like me.
Oh, you were a good baby. You were pretty easy to put down and carry around. You were very light. You smiled a lot and great dimples. Everybody cooed over you. Oh, is she real? Yes. Just because she's sitting on the meat counter doesn't mean she's not real. She's just easy to put someplace. And I would do that when I thought she was able to stay there. So, and then when she got her legs, I didn't hardly know her anymore. Were you ever interested in cooking? I don't remember you making tapioca or anything I did in the kitchen.
I baked.
You baked. That's right.
You know what? I ate
You
my
baked.
mom's cookie dough.
Yes, you did.
She always gave me the beaters.
Yeah. But you did bake. That's true.
Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah, the Brussels sprouts, not so much. We used to use
And now they're the biggest things, best things.
Because people broil them. Back then they boiled them.
Well, you can't have Thanksgiving without them. They're a staple. They're a staple.
Yeah, and she used to say, send them to the starving. You know, what do you...
Eat it, or we're going to have to send it to starving children in China.
And I said, good. My dad was a postman, and I said, have Dad mail them.
Yeah, set them away. Fine with me, Mom. You're not hurting my feelings at all.
Okay. And another tape that I'm going to have to stop only because I don't want these too long, or otherwise they don't upload. I'll be back. It's LeslieAnn.com. That's LeslieAnne.com.
Not how I named her.
What? I am still Leslie Ann, right?
2 words.
Don't you just love her?